Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to discuss row function in Scala. Row is represented as a record or a row in a data frame. It is used to create new row object by using custom row. It is used to create new row object by using named argument. So in this exercise, we are going to see how row function generally works in Spark. Or here we are talking about Scala. In this exercise, what I am just doing, I am importing all the required libraries. Here I am creating a row object, and in the row object, I am just putting two elements. One is text, and another is numerical value. If you print row equal to 0, so what it will going to it will going to fetch the first record of this variable. So here there is only one record. That's why if you see the output, only one record it is printing. So let's go to the Databricks and let's do this exercise. Let's create a notebook. Name it is row. Connect this notebook with our running cluster. First let's import all required library. Import org.apache apache.spark.sql functions.com. Let's run it. So all the required libraries are available in this notebook. Let's create a row object. How we are going to create row object? With the help of a row function. Not row function, it is a class actually. This row object has been created successfully. So what I'm going to do, I'm just fetching the first element of this row. So how we are going to do? Just print row and what is present at the first position. Let's run it. We can see it is printing Santosh Sah. Because this is present at the first position. Let's go to the PPT. In this exercise, what we are going to do? We are creating a case class. Right? Case class is AP full name, and what is the attribute of this case class? One is AP first name, which is of string type, and AP last name, which is of string type. Now, this is the AP full name data. We are creating a one variable, and with the help of a row function, what we are just doing, we are just putting two element. Now here we are creating one more variable, and this variable, what we are going to do, we are just using this AP full name case class, and we are putting two elements in it. And how we are getting these two elements? We are getting these two elements from this raw object, which we have created here. So the full name, first position would be first name, and second position would be the last name. Here this raw object, first we have created, this is a first name, this is a last name. So same thing, with the help of this raw function, we are getting it and putting it in our case class attributes and creating this data frame. Now we are creating this variable and fetching the first name from this case class. Here we are creating another variable and we are fetching the last name from the case class. So let's see how it generally works in Databricks. Let's create a case class. Name of the name of the case class name of the case class is AP full name, and what are the attributes? AP first name, it is of string type. AP last name, it is of string type. Let's run it. This case class has been created successfully. It has two attributes, AP first name and AP last name. Right. Now let's create a raw object. How we are going to create this variable? It is with the help of a raw class. The first is Santosh and second position is Sah. Let's run it. So this variable has been defined successfully. This is a raw object. Right. So let's create an object of this AP full name case class. Let's create a data frame. How we are going to create it? We are going to create it with the help of an AP full name. AP full name, and first is AP first attributed AP first name. So from where we are getting AP first name, we are getting from this raw object. This is the first name. So how we are going to fetch the value from the raw object? AP full name data, and the value which is present in the first position, and we are converting it into to string. Second is AP data, which is present, we are getting, which is present in the second position dot to string. Let's run it. So this data frame has been created. Case class object has been created successfully. So what I am just doing here, we have defined a case class. We want to create an object out of it. For the creation object, we need to pass two things. One is AP first name and AP last name. We have created a raw object. It has two values, Santosh and Sah. This is the first name, this is the last name. We are fetching the values from this raw object and supplying as an attribute of AP first name and AP last name. Here we are doing the AP first name. This is for the AP first name and this is the AP last name. Okay, this is not a data frame actually, this is the object. Okay, so how we are, let's do the print statement, it is working or not. So with the help of a print statement, what it is returning? It is returning AP full name and this full object it is returning. So what we need to do? We need to fetch this value and this value from this case class object. So how we are going to do it? We can do a print and this is the case class object dot first name. We are getting the first name, so Santosh should print here. We can see Santosh is printing. Now suppose we want to print the last name. Print. This is the case class object dot. This is AP last name. If we run it, then Sah will going to print. See, this Sah is going to print. So here we have seen how we can create a case class and how to define the attribute and how can we populate the attribute value with the help of a row object. Let's go to the PPT. What I'm just doing here, I am just importing all the required variable. Here I am creating an object. This object going to store 3 raw object. We are defining the schema with the help of a struct type and the struct field. So there are 3 columns are there. One is AP ID, which is of a string type, AP name, which is of a string type, AP email address, which is of a string type. Here, with the help of a parallelize method, we are converting this object which has data in RDD, and with the help of a create data frame function by passing this RDD object and schema, we are creating the data frame. So this exercise now we have done multiple times in this video series. So I'm not going to do it again. If you want to watch how I have done this exercise, go and watch my previous videos. So let's go to the next slide. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.